Good evening, everybody. My name's Teacher Ian, and we are here with Learn Canadian English. Today, we've got a great lesson. I'd like to welcome all of you to the live stream, and I'd like to welcome everybody who's watching afterwards. So as usual, we'd like to acknowledge that Right Start Newcomer Services conducts business in Chibuktuk, which is how you say Halifax in the Mi'kmaq language. This city is part of the ancestral unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. This means that when settlers arrived, the Indigenous people did not surrender their territory and instead signed treaties with Europeans. As a business, we're committed to upholding these treaties as we work to settle newcomers to Nova Scotia. Okay, so who's here tonight? I see Pilar is here. Hey, Pilar, how are you? Yes, we have new sound. So that was the new intro. What do you think? I think it's pretty cool. It's pretty catchy. I thought we needed something to, kick us off on the right foot. So welcome, Pilar. Welcome, everybody else. Who else is here? Say hello in the chat. And if you're watching the replay, you can put your comments there and I'll get back to you later. Hope everybody had a good weekend. If you were here last week, I want to apologize for the audio issues. How's my sound now? I got a new microphone. Hope it sounds good. Got it from Amazon really quickly, so I think I'm going to be pretty happy with it. And hey, Lorraine, how's it going? How are you? What's going on? What's going on with you guys? Sorry, I'm a little bit red as well. I just went for a run before our live stream, but hopefully I'll turn back to a normal color throughout today's live stream. Okay, so Pilar is here, Lorraine's here. Anybody else watching? Do you want to say hi? Do you want to tell us about your weekend? Or tell us anything else? What's happening in your lives? I had a great weekend. The weather was pretty crazy here. I'm in Halifax and it was freezing rain. I don't know if you've experienced freezing rain before, but it was, it's not quite cold enough to snow and it's not quite warm enough for rain. So it's somewhere in the middle and it was amazing. It was beautiful. All the trees were frozen. Everything was frozen. It looked like a Disney movie. So if you're here in Halifax, it's a pretty incredible thing, but we were stuck inside for a couple days and a lot of people lost power for at least a day, some people more than a day. Alrighty, so let's get into it. Nobody's really telling us much about their weekend. So let's get into today's lesson. I think today's going to be a good lesson. It's going to be a fun lesson. We're going to talk about making excuses in English. So what's an excuse? Like, when would we make an excuse and what is an excuse? Okay. Quiet group tonight. That's okay. We'll just keep going. Alrighty. So our plan for today, we're going to do our discussion as usual. We'll get started practicing our writing. We're going to learn some vocabulary, so some useful expressions for making excuses. We've got a great listening activity, actually 3 short listening activities we're going to do. And then you guys will get some practice making excuses. I'm going to give you a few situations and you practice writing a good excuse that you think would work here in Canada. All right, we got a couple more students. So Christian's here. Hey, Christian, one of my best students, Christian, Pilar, Lorraine. You guys are great. And Irene's here. Hey, Irene. Irene started with us way back last year. And actually, we're coming up on our 1-year anniversary for Learn Canadian English. So we started back last year. I think it was February 20-something. So maybe we'll have a party. We'll have an anniversary episode of Learn Canadian English. And altogether, I think we've done something like more than 60 episodes. So we're going to keep on trucking, see how many we can do this year. But we're having fun, right, Irene? Hopefully it's still fun. Okay. So does that sound like a good plan? If you have a problem with the outline, then let me know. Okay, so let's get started with our discussion. You guys can put your info in the chat box. Answer any question you want. Answer, all of them if you have time. So, number one, when do you make excuses? What are some situations in your life where you might make an excuse? Number two, what are some common excuses that people use? So what are some of the ways that people get out of doing something, or they apologize for something that they were supposed to do, but they didn't do? Number three, what is a white lie? We'll talk about this a little bit in today's lesson. What's a white lie? And are white lies okay in your culture? So maybe you don't know that expression. Maybe it's called something else in your language. What's a white lie in English? And then finally, when's the last time you made an excuse at home? So with someone in your family, with some of your friends, or at work or school? I'm trying to remember. I think mine was probably on Saturday. My wife asked me to drive around and look at the beautiful ice in the trees, and I told her I was too tired. So that was my excuse. All right. So you guys, I'd love to hear your answers. If you want to answer one or two questions before we move on, that would be great. Okay. Pilar says when she does something wrong. I find it hard to believe that you would do anything wrong, Pilar. Okay, but yeah, sure. We make excuses when we do something wrong. Christian, when he arrives late. Okay, when do you arrive late? When you're meeting your wife for dinner, or when you're going to work, when you come to class late. But that's okay. I don't mind if you come to our class late. Okay, thanks, Christian. That's great. And Lorraine, when you don't want to hurt someone's feelings. Okay, that's a great reason. That's one of the main reasons we make excuses. We say something so we don't hurt the other person. Like, I missed your birthday party. We can't just say I didn't want to go, right? We have to give a good excuse. Like, oh, my daughter was sick, or, oh, I totally forgot and I really wanted to come. Okay, so great answer, Lorraine. We make excuses so we don't hurt people's feelings. And if and when you guys come to Canada, of course you don't want to hurt people's feelings. You're getting used to the culture and you don't want to say something that offends people. I know in some cultures, they're much more direct than in Canada. Like, if somebody doesn't like something or they don't want to do something, they would tell you right to your face in some cultures. But in Canada, we wouldn't do that. Right? We would maybe even make up a little lie to not hurt the other person's feelings. So that's a great answer, Lorraine. Christian, sorry, the traffic was terrible. That is a very common excuse, especially for being late. Traffic was bad. Oh, traffic. I'm sure I've used that one a number of times on my old boss. Okay, perfect answer, Christian. It was a wonderful year. Thank you. Your lessons are something incredible. I love that. Thank you very much, Irene. That makes me happy. I try to make good lessons, and I hope people enjoy them and learn some English from them. That's the main point, and that's why we do these. Okay, thank you for that, Irene. Okay, let's talk about number three. I want to discuss number three. What is a white lie? So maybe that's a new expression for you guys, but what do you think that means? And what do you call it in your language? I'd like to know what the term is in your language. Okay, when I'm wrong, when I'm late, that's when you make your excuses. Okay, that's perfect, Irene. Okay, so it is a little lie, right? But we don't really call it a little lie. We call it a white lie. Basically, it's a lie to not hurt somebody's feelings. So, in our culture, we think it's okay to tell a little lie if it doesn't hurt anybody and it protects somebody's feelings. Like, I just got a haircut. What do you guys think about my haircut? And you say, oh, it's great, or looks good, or looks so, I don't know, you look so young. Even though maybe you don't believe it. Maybe you think, oh, your hair looks stupid. Why'd you get it cut that way? But you'd never say that, right? Unless it's your good friend or maybe your husband or wife or partner, you might tell them the truth. But, 99% of people in the world, you don't want to be that honest. We call that brutal honesty. It's better to tell a little white lie instead of being brutally honest sometimes. All right, Pilar, that's exactly right. It's a little lie that doesn't really hurt anybody. A lie that doesn't have strong consequences. You're so close for spelling. Christian, try again. Try to spell consequences again because you're so close. You're almost there. A harmless lie in Spanish, we say the same, or mentira piadosa. Mentira, I think that's a lie. Piadosa, what does that mean? White? No, it doesn't mean white, does it? I'm not sure what that means. In Spanish, we say mentira. It's a white lie. Okay, same thing. So it's a common expression, I guess. But piadosa, is that white? I thought white was blanco or something. All right, awesome. You guys are amazing. Let's move on and get into today's lesson a little bit more. All right, let's learn some useful expressions for making excuses. This is going to be a fill in the blank activity. Oh, pious. Interesting. Piadosa is pious. So pious, as I know it, means like religious. If someone is pious, then they're very religious. It's a religious lie. That's interesting. Okay, pious. Pious. Okay. Better. Okay, Christian, great. You got the cue. Consequences. Attaboy. You did it, my friend. Pious lie. Interesting. Maybe. Anyway, I'll have to look into that. That's a very interesting way to put it. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about some useful expressions for making excuses. Some of these we've covered in previous lessons, but I think there'll be some good expressions here that we can use when we're making excuses in our lives. So let's complete the useful phrases for making excuses. Put your answers in the chat. Number 1, I could, but I won't be able to make it. Number 2, I'm so sorry, something up. So this is in the past, right? It's something happened where I couldn't do what I said I was going to do. Number 3, that's too something like, oh, I really want to go. That's too, I really want to go to your party or to dinner with you or to do this project at work. Number 4, I think we covered that one last week or the week before. Number 5, I need to blank out of our plans. So maybe in this case, we made plans, but then I needed to change plans. I needed to get out of that situation. Okay, and Irene says, I think it's difficult questions. I think the truth we can say different way without lies. Sure, yeah. I mean, everybody's different. Some people really don't want to tell white lies. And sometimes it's better not to say anything, right? It depends, right? It depends, one, on your relationship with the person, right? Are you best friends? Are you sort of friends? Are you co-workers? That will depend on, what we say to that person. sometimes we can say the truth in a really nice way that it doesn't hurt their feelings, but it's not an easy thing. Okay, thank you for that, Irene. And Lorraine's already got number one. Number one, I wish I could, but I won't be able to make it. So that's sort of a nice way of letting somebody down and giving an excuse. Oh, wow, I wish I could, go to your party, but I won't be able to make it. So that makes the person feel better because, Lorraine wishes she could come to my party, but she won't be able to make it because she has plans. All right, that's perfect. Thank you, Lorraine. That's perfect, Christian. You got it too. Awesome. How about number two? I'm so sorry, something. This might be a tricky one. Something up. Great. But we want past, Christian. So, sorry, something, past tense of come, came up. Exactly. So let's say I was supposed to, take you fishing with me, and I canceled at the last minute, and I would say, sorry, something came up. Perfect. Okay, great job, Christian. Number 3 and number 4 sort of have similar meanings. So number 3, you could say that's too what? Maybe for number 3, we would just say that's too bad, right? That's too bad that I can't do what you want me to do. That's too sad. We might use that in a different situation, Christian, like you tell me a really sad story, and I might say that's too sad, but I'd probably say that's too bad. Okay, great. Number 4, what a shame. We talked about that one the other day. Exactly. Perfect. And number 5, what would we say? I need to out of our plans. So Christian invites me for a beer. I call him up 20 minutes before we're supposed to go, and I say, oh, Christian, sorry, I need to. All right. Drop out. You drop out of a class in college or something like that. I guess some things you drop out of. No, not drop out. Instead, I think a better answer is back out, right? To back out of something means to get out, kind of like you're backing out in your car. Right? So to back out of a plan is to get out of it. It's to cancel it. It's to, not do that thing. Okay, so new expression. I need to back out of our plans. There's some good phrasal verbs in here. I need to back out of our plan. Something came up. Those will be helpful when you are making excuses. OMG, I do not know nothing about it. My husband knows about making excuses. Okay, that's a good one, Pilar. I'm sure he's laughing at that one. But you never know, right? Stuff happens, weather's bad. You might have to make some excuses when you get to Canada. Back out. Okay, great. So new one for you, Christian. And he's laughing at Pilar. Okay, very funny. Let's move on. We've got 6 more expressions. All right, here's another excuse. I've used this one before. It totally my mind. It totally something my mind. Number 7, I feel. That one's pretty easy. Number 8, sorry to change plans at the minute. Oops, I really the ball on that one. I'll it up to you soon. And my apologies. Okay, here we go. Learning new expressions. That's awesome, Pilar. And Christian has an answer. It totally blows my mind. That's an expression. Sure. But that's when somebody gives us new information. We learn something crazy. That blows my mind. But we want to say that we forgot. So we're not really blown away by something. We just want to say we forgot. We didn't remember that we were supposed to do this thing. I feel ill or sick. That could be a good excuse. I like that. I feel ill. I feel sick. I was thinking I feel terrible because I can't do what I said I was going to do. So let's keep that, Christian. I think that's a good answer too. Health is always a good reason or a good excuse. So keep that in mind when we're practicing later. Evaporates. That's a very scientific word. It totally evaporates my mind. Well, that would mean like your mind is going up into the sky. So evaporates isn't exactly what the word is that I'm looking for. Instead, let's say, oh, Lorraine got it. Perfect, Lorraine. So slip, let's put it in the past. So slipped. It totally slipped my mind. So I meant to do it, but it slipped my mind. I forgot that I was supposed to do that thing. So new expression, yay or nay? I hope so. So slipped my mind means I forgot all about that. Exploded my mind. Oh, I would say blew my mind. And again, like Christian said, this is when something really surprises you, right? Change your mind. That's definitely an expression, but it doesn't really mean forgot, right? So Irene, slipped my mind is the expression that means I forgot to do something. Okay, you guys are awesome. What about any of the other ones? Number 7 is easy. I feel terrible. I feel sick. I feel ill. Any of those feelings are a good reason for an excuse. What about number 8? Okay, Christian got it. Sorry to change plans at the last minute. So we have that expression, last minute is very close before something has to be done or something is like the date that something is happening, right? So the last minute is right before something was supposed to be done. Perfect. Pilar, you got that one too. And Christian says miss. I really missed the ball. Not quite. You missed that one, my friend. So you're supposed to be doing something. You're supposed to have something in your hands. You're supposed to control that thing, but you... What would you say? Starts with D. Starts with D. Drop. Lorraine, you know a lot of expressions. That's amazing. So, good guess, Isai. Good guess. You said lost. I was looking for dropped the ball, dropped the ball, dropped the ball. So again, let's put it in the past because we're making excuses for not doing what we said we were going to do in the past. So let's say dropped. Dropped. I dropped the ball. Okay, awesome. So again, that's an expression, just means I was supposed to do it, but I forgot. I dropped the ball. Perfect. Okay, great, Christian. Two more, and then we'll move on. I'll it up to you soon. So I did something bad, and I feel bad for missing whatever I was supposed to do, and I want to So we are on, if you're just joining us, we are on number 10. We're looking for the word to fill in the blank. Number 10, Lorraine, yes. Lorraine's going for student of the day. I'll make it up to you soon. Very good. So to make something up to somebody means that we're going to do something nice for them later because we did something bad to them now. So if I can't make it to dinner tonight, I'll take you to a nice restaurant next week. Or I couldn't make it to your party the other day. I'm going to buy you a great big present and deliver it to your house. Okay, so make it up to somebody. And the last one, this is for something really bad. Like if you really screw up at work, maybe you forgot about something that you were going to do for somebody who's really close to you. This is like a big sorry. So my starts with S. And it's a word that means truthful. So we are telling the truth that we are really, really sorry. Irene, do. Wait, I'm not sure what answer that is for, Irene. But it doesn't work for 11. Yes, Pilar got it. Clap for Pilar. My sincere apologies. So sincere means we are telling the truth. Or if it's really bad, you could say my sincerest apologies. And we just add EST. I think that's a word. Sincerest. Do we have any English teachers out there who can confirm this is a word? Sounds like it should be most sincere, but that sounds weird. So my sincere or my sincerest apologies. So we might say that to my boss, right? Or to my university professor, somebody who is maybe sort of above us in society, right? So boss, professor, hardy. I like that word. That's a good word, but it sounds weird. Hearty means like a very full something, like a hearty meal makes me very full, or a hearty laugh is a very big laugh. So let's not use hearty in this situation. Sincere is better. Huge. Again, huge is sort of it's kind of like slang, and we wouldn't use it in that situation, Irene, but same idea, right? Oh, I'll do it up to you soon. No, we would say I'll make it up to you, right? I'll do something for you, right? I'll do your dishes, or I'll take you to dinner, but we would say make it up to somebody. So the expression is make up to somebody. All right, great. So very quick, let's review these. So number 1, I wish I could, but I won't be able to. Number 2, I'm so sorry. Something came up. Number 3, that's too bad. Number 4, what a shame. What a pity. Number 5, I need to back out of our plans. That means I can't do it anymore. Something changed, so I need to change the plans that I already made. Number 6, it totally slipped my mind. So it was in there and it fell out. It slipped out. It totally slipped my mind. Number 7, I feel terrible. I feel bad. I feel sick. I feel ill that I did this thing to you. Number 8, sorry to change plans at the last minute. Number 9, whoops, I really dropped the ball on that one. Number 10, I'll make it up to you soon. And number 11, my sincere or my sincerest apologies. Awesome. So some new expressions. Hopefully these will help later when we're practicing making apologies in a few different situations. I just want to check, how's my audio? So got a new mic, want to check if it sounds good. Can you guys hear me okay? Because this one, it has a little knob. I can change it up or down. So let me know, too loud, too quiet, and I'll make some changes. Great. All right, now, oh, somebody gave me a thumbs up. Sounds good. All right, great. Now we're going to do a listening activity. So my beautiful wife, Michelle, was nice enough to help me with a listening activity. Basically, we're going to do 3 short little listenings. I want you to write down three answers. So number 1, who's talking? Oh, great. Thank you, Paz. That's great. Thank you, Christian. Thank you, Pilar. That's great. And thank you, Christian. Perfect. You guys are amazing. You're welcome. Okay. So 3, you're listening for 3 things. 1, who's talking. 2, what is their excuse? So what excuse do they give? And 3, is it a good excuse or is it lame? You might not know that word. Lame means it's pretty bad. It's a weak excuse. So good excuse or lame excuse. Okay, so just 3 questions. Try and remember this. Who's talking? What's the excuse? Good excuse or lame excuse? Here we go. I'm going to add this as a video. 3, 2, 1. Let's listen. Ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
Hello, is this Jackie?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Jackie. It's Fred.
Oh, hi, Fred. How are you?
I'm not too bad. Listen, Jackie, I was wondering if you could do me a little favor.
Okay.
Yeah, next weekend I'm flying to Toronto. So can you take me to the airport on Sunday morning at 6 a.m.?
Oh, actually, I have an appointment with the proctologist at 6 a.m., so I won't be able to.
It's a Sunday. You have a proctology exam on Sunday morning at 6 o'clock.
Well, yes, it was supposed to be Friday, but it got canceled and rescheduled, so I have to go.
Okay, well, thanks anyway.
Sorry.
It's all right. See ya.
Bye.
All right. So looks like Viviana already gave us an answer. I'm just going to take that out for now. We'll go back to the listening in a sec. So you got the answer. Who's talking? Jackie and Fred. How do Jackie and Fred know each other, do you think? Are they husband and wife? Are they boyfriend and girlfriend? Are they classmates? What do you think? Second, we want to know what excuse. I believe Jackie gave the excuse. And number 3, is it a good excuse or is it lame? Perfect. So we got the people, Jackie and Fred. That's great. And if it was too fast, we could listen again. Pilar says they're friends. Yeah, that sounds about right. Probably not boyfriend and girlfriend, or else they'd be in a big fight, because that's the job of a boyfriend and girlfriend. So let's just say they're friends. Christian got a laugh. An appointment to the proctologist. OMG, what an excuse. So it's kind of supposed to be funny. A proctologist is a doctor you might have to Google it if you don't know what a proctologist is. Proctologist is a bum doctor, right? They examine bums for a living. Proctology. So I think you're just missing your Y, Viviana. Proctology. So there's two words, right? So proctology is the science or the medical field of proctology, right? The study of bums. And the person who does it is a proctologist. So the name of the doctor is a proctologist. So great. You guys did a great job. And we've got some answers for number 3. Lame. I think it's lame. Very lame. So Viviana says very lame. Irene says Jackie and Fred, they're friends. Jackie doesn't help Fred. The excuse is lame. I think she lied, right? I think that's a white lie. Maybe more than a white lie, because who has doctor's appointments on a Sunday morning at 6 o'clock? So sounds like a lame BS excuse. So we're not having it, right? So you could tell he was a little bit upset. So Christian, what's he say? It's a doctor for the 7th planet, Uranus. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Lame. Everybody agrees it's lame. Inside tail doctor. Yeah. We don't really call it an inside tail, but you can. And I think people would understand that. Awesome. You guys did great. Let's go to number 2. So same questions, same 3 questions. Let's listen to the second one. And okay, that was a good one. We all had a laugh there. Let's go to number 2. Here we go. Let's start.
Excuse me, Hulk. Can you come in here for a moment, please?
Sure. Okay. What's up?
You weren't at the meeting this morning. Can you tell me why?
Yeah, well, the kids missed their school bus, so I had to take them to school, and I'm really sorry about that. I would have called, but I didn't have the chance.
Okay, maybe next time you can try to get in touch if you're going to miss the meeting. They're very important.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that, Mindy. It won't happen again.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
This one is no joke. This is a serious situation. All right, so Viviana, I'm going to take that out. Viviana got the boss's name. So boss's name is Mindy. Did anybody catch the employee's name? It was pretty fast and it's kind of a weird name. But she said it, the boss said it right at the beginning. And she said, hey, guy. All right, so that's the excuse. You got the excuse, Viviana. His children missed, let's put it in the past, M-I-S-S-E-D, missed the bus. And perfect. So you got the first 2. And how was that excuse? Was it good or lame? Okay, I mean, kids, family comes first, maybe before a work meeting. I think it's a pretty good excuse, but he could have called. He probably should have called, texted, or emailed his boss saying that he was going to be late or miss the meeting. So the reason is good. The reason is good. You have to take your kids to school, but you got to call. So got to call, got to text. So kind of lame, but not that bad. It's not like a proctology exam or something. So not too bad. Did anybody catch his name? We can rewind and listen just to that part if you want. Let's listen for the guy's name.
It was old, so I have to go.
It's all right. See ya.
Bye.
Okay, here it is.
Excuse me, Hulk. Can you come in here for a moment, please?
Irene, got it. Yes, Irene. Hulk, like Hulk Hogan. You know, do you guys watch wrestling from the 80s? Or there's a movie called The Incredible Hulk. So you got it, Irene. It's not a normal name. It's not something that people would name their children usually, although they should. I think it's a cool name. So if you guys have any kids, name the kid Hulk, and yeah, he'll be a superstar. Okay, great job, Irene. Christian says it was incredible. So yeah, you could tell he was kind of maybe thinking of an excuse. He was thinking, oh, what can I say that I won't get in too much trouble? Maybe he slept in. Maybe he, I don't know, was watching TV and missed the meeting. So it wasn't very credible. And I agree with that, Christian. All right. Great job, everybody. Let's go to the last listening. So I think it should be about here. Answer these 3 questions. Who's talking? What's the excuse? Good or lame?
Bus, so I had to take.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Okay, here it is. That was just the old one. Here we go.
Hi, honey. I'm home.
Hey, sweetheart, how was the shopping trip?
It was so busy out there.
I know, it's crazy with COVID, huh?
Yeah, terrible.
Did you get the bread and peanut butter?
Oh no, it completely slipped my mind. I'm so sorry, I didn't.
Sweetie, I reminded you right before you left. Get the peanut butter and the bread. You know I love toast and peanut butter in the morning.
I know, I'm sorry, babe. I'll go back out right now.
No, forget about it.
That is a realistic situation, I think. So for that one, who was talking? We didn't use names, but you can probably figure out the context. What was the excuse? And was it a good excuse or was it lame? You're very welcome, Irene. Husband and wife. So yeah, husband and wife, partners, sweetheart and her husband, a couple. Those are all great answers. I think it was me and Michelle just playing ourselves. Okay, great. So what was Michelle's excuse for not doing what she was supposed to do? She slipped her mind. Well, she didn't slip her mind. So the situation slipped her mind. It slipped her mind. So she forgot, right? She was shopping. She was supposed to get 2 things. What was she supposed to get? And it slipped her mind. So basically, Ian and Michelle. Yeah. So me and my wife talking about what was she supposed to get? Yeah, it's a dialogue of a couple. That's great. Thank you, Irene. Peanut butter and bread. Yeah, how many times do I have to tell her, get me some peanut butter and bread? Actually, funny enough, she did buy peanut butter today. So she's off the hook. She's a good wife. Bread and peanut butter. Exactly. Great. How's her excuse? Is it credible? Did you buy it? Is it a good excuse or was it kind of lame? Who doesn't use a list, right? You're supposed to use a list when you go shopping. Christina, I arrived late. I can't listen to the audio. How's the audio for you guys? Maybe try turning it up. I think, Christina, we're all okay with the audio. Let me know if anybody else is having audio problems. I can adjust it. I can turn it up a bit. Is that better, Christina? Maybe try restarting your phone. Sometimes it does it for me. But I think people can hear me. So I don't want to mess with anything. I don't want to change audio sources. Let me know if you can fix it, Christina. Okay. You bought, past tense, bought the excuse. For me, it's a good excuse. Yeah, I believed her. I let her off the hook, but I love my bread and peanut butter, so I was pretty upset. Okay, so lots of good practice. We listened to 3 good listening situations. The girl forgot to buy the products that her partner asked for, bread and nut butter. Do you think that's a good reason for divorce? If you ask your wife or husband to buy something from the store and they don't do it, is that a good reason for divorce? Just kidding. Of course, you're not going to get divorced over that. All right. So hopefully that was useful. Hopefully that was kind of fun. I know we had some laughs about the proctologist. Maybe you learned a new word. Maybe you didn't know what a proctologist was. Okay, Christine, I think you're hearing us now. That's great. All right, let's move on. Now you guys are going to get some practice. So I want to hear your excuses now. Here's the first situation. We'll see how many we can do. We've got about 10 minutes left. Situation number 1, I want you to write your excuse in the chat. Your boss is angry at you for not completing a major project on time. So what excuse would you use with your boss? And how would you say it? So you're going to use different language if it's with the boss than if it's with your wife or your friend or your family member. So just write a sentence. I'm sorry, I couldn't do it, but blah, 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 right? My sincerest apologies, but blah, blah, blah. So 1 sentence excuse. Why didn't you do this important work project? I want perfect English, perfect spelling. You got your period at the end. Let's see what you can do. Okay, we're still waiting for somebody to write an answer to their angry boss. Okay. I'll make it up to you soon. Can you really make that up to a boss? It's too late. Like, you were supposed to finish this project on time. So this is when you want to say you're so sorry, right? You really want to apologize because you could get fired. If it's a major project, you could get fired. I'm so sorry. I don't know what. I ran out of time, or I forgot about the deadline, or my child got hit by a car, right? Something really serious that gets you off the hook in that situation. Okay, I'm sorry, boss. I have work overload, which is okay. I think you could say that, Christian, but probably that would be better before the deadline, right? The project is due now. You need to tell them back 3 weeks ago that you're overloaded or you have too much work. So I think that's better. I think you're on the right track. Let's see what Lorraine says. My sincerest apologies. I wasn't able to complete the project because I lost power. That is a great answer. So I love that, Lorraine. That's a great answer. You apologize a lot. My sincerest apologies. I wasn't able to do it because I lost power. So no power, no internet, no way to work on the project, it's not your fault if something like that happens. That's called like act of God. So if you have an act of God, there's not much they can do. They're not going to yell at you. Okay, thank you, Lorraine. That's a great sentence. Great spelling, great everything. Great job. Okay, Barbara's here. Hey, Barbara, first time watching your channel. I'm really enjoying the lesson. That is awesome, Barbara. So welcome. Welcome from me. Welcome from all the other students. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you learn a lot of English too. So hopefully we'll see you next time as well. Okay, great. Irene says, my sincere. So 2 ways you can say it, my sincere or my sincerest. So don't say my sincerely apologies. So my sincere apologies. It takes me literally half an hour for everything to be perfect. Okay, so that's not bad, right? You could say it takes me longer to make everything perfect, and you're a perfectionist, so your boss probably knows that. So that's okay. So I like that answer, Irene. That's a really good answer. All right, Christina says, I apologize, but I couldn't arrive in time because my computer was wrong. Wrong. Like it wasn't working. So was broken, wouldn't turn on, couldn't connect to the internet, or maybe the time was wrong in your computer. So good, you're on the right track, but I don't think you can say my computer was wrong. I think I lost the file, my computer wouldn't work. Those would be good excuses. Like this, my computer froze at the most inopportune moment. Lovely. I love your vocabulary. That's great, Irene. You're just missing your period at the end, and you got it. You got it. That's great. Let's do 2 more, and then we're done for tonight. That's great. Oh, here's a good one. So this happens a lot, especially if you buy a truck. If you come to Canada and buy a truck, like a pickup truck, everybody you know will ask you to help them move. So let's work on this situation. Your friends ask you to help them move. It will take all weekend. Nobody likes helping people move. What would you say to get out of this? And remember, they're your friends. You don't want to hurt their feelings. And again, you probably want to start with an apology. So, I'm sorry, dude. Okay. Deeker, maybe you didn't quite get the theme of the lesson. So the theme of the lesson is excuses, and you can't do it. So you're a nice guy, Decker. I believe that you would like to help, but let's practice making excuses. So imagine that you can't. Okay, good. I'll keep that in mind. Next time I'm moving, Decker, I'm going to ask you. All right. Okay. Sorry, dear, but I can't because I will travel this weekend to visit. So in this case, no ing, just to visit my parents. That's a good answer, right? You're visiting your parents. You don't see them very often. You can't change plans. So I think that's a good excuse. Family is a good excuse. Okay, that is perfect. Great job, Christina. Barbara has an answer. I'm really sorry, but I don't think I can help you since I will visit my family this weekend. Again, visiting family is a great excuse. So great English, great answer, Barbara. I really like that answer. So great job, Christina and Barbara, with very similar answers. Does anybody else want to try this one before we move on to our last activity? Okay, Christian. Oh, dude, I have a strong pain in my stomach. It's incapacitating. I have to go to the doctor on the weekend. So health is a great excuse. I have a strong pain. Maybe we'll say sharp pains. I have sharp pains in my stomach, or a stomach ache, or my stomach is killing me. It's incapacitating. That's a great word, Christian. I have to go to the doctor on the weekend. So perfect. Good luck finding a doctor on the weekend in Canada. Probably they have walk-in clinics, or you might have to go to the emergency room. So excellent everything, Christian. That's great. Let's go with Pilar's answer. I'm so sorry. My husband has an appointment with the proctologist and we have to go to the other city. Christian, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear you have a proctology appointment. Pilar, you're probably joking. Great answer. Nothing really to change. I think you're just missing your punctuation at the end. You just want to say period, and you might want to say which city. So in the other city, maybe you want to say in this specific city, because then it doesn't sound so much like a lie. Okay, thank you, Pilar. That's great. Dacre says, sorry, next weekend I will be out of town. And maybe that's enough, right? They're your friends. Just say I'm out of town, and that's enough for them, right? Okay, great. Thank you, Decker. Great answer. Sharp pain. Okay, you got it. That's awesome. Irene says, oh, I'm so sorry, but my cousin asked me to lend him my truck this week, and I already gave my consent. Great. Instead of consent, maybe you would just say, I already said yes, or I already said sure. But I can help you to pack. Okay, that's nice, right? That's something I learned, right? You don't have to say yes to a big thing. You can say yes to a smaller version. So, oh, I can help you pack up a bit, or I can help you unpack in a week or so. So it's sort of a nice way to let somebody down. You say yes to a small thing and not the big thing that they're asking for. Okay. Christian's getting a kick out of, I think, Pilar's comment. Last one, and then I think we're done for today. Oh, this is a domestic issue. Situation, your spouse or partner, so husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, said they would clean the floors and take out the garbage. They didn't do it. So what excuse could they give? Or actually, what would you say to them to remind them that they were supposed to do something? Yeah, that's a little confusing. So you can go at it either way. So you could be the one who was supposed to clean the floors and take out the garbage, or you could be the other one reminding them that they had promised to do this thing. Remember to be polite. This is your sweetheart, and you don't want to offend them or get in a big fight about it. Okay. Last chance to practice for the night. I learned an expression. There's an expression in English, you get more flies with honey. Meaning if you're sweet and polite, you get them to do what you want them to do. So don't say, you jerk, you were supposed to clean the floors. Instead say, oh, honey, Okay, here we go. Christian, babe, I already told you that the garbage is starting to rot and it's licking all over the floor and the smell is awful. So that's not really the nicest way to go about it, Christian. Licking, that sounds disgusting. You want to say dripping or leaking. Oh, leaking. So that's just a spelling mistake. Leaking. Leaking. So not licking. Licking is with your tongue, and that doesn't make much sense. It is leaking all over the floor. So maybe that works for you, Christian. But yeah, I don't know how well that would work for me. But good English, except for leaking. Lorraine, so sorry, but I had a last minute meeting at work. I will make it up to you. That's very sweet. So that's a nice thing to say to your husband or spouse. Sorry, I had this reason for not doing it, and I will make it up to you later. That's perfect. Christina, sounds great, but I don't feel well. Maybe I need to go to the doctor. It's probably that I have COVID. Oh, okay. So that's a good excuse for not doing housework, having COVID, right? So again, it's a health excuse. Let's say it this way. So sounds great, but I don't feel well. Need to go to the doctor. I probably have COVID. I probably have COVID. And that's just how I would say that. Okay, that's great. Pilar's laughing at Christian. Christian's laughing at himself. Leaking, not licking. Anybody else? I know we're at our 1 hour mark, so I think we're going to wrap up the lesson. I think we had a lot of fun today. I think we learned a lot of new words and expressions, and we practiced making excuses. So this is a very valuable skill, and you're going to be using it quite a lot. Maybe not every day, but there will be situations when you definitely need to make excuses in English. Let's look at Decker's answer before we go. Excuse me, coincidentally, I just got a call from the vet. Or you could say the vet called me. So I got a call from the vet, or the vet called me because my lizard has allergies. Yeah, I mean, if your lizard's sick, then you can't do the housework if your lizard is sick, right? I hope your lizard's okay. I mean, it sucks when lizards have allergies, right? So really, I hope your lizard's okay. Okay, yeah, so got a call from the vet, or the vet called me, you could say. Great English, Decker, that's great. Awesome. You guys are amazing. I think that's it for today, so we're going to wrap it up. Are we missing anything? This was the last situation, but we don't really have time. You have a big exam in your university class, and you forgot to study. So what would you say to the professor to get out of that? Okay, yeah, so the vet called me. And you're very welcome, Decker. All right, that's it. So that's today's lesson. Hopefully you learned some stuff. Hopefully you had a few laughs. We got to meet a few new people, so that's great. And we'll be back on Thursday. So Thursday's lesson is more of a grammar focus. We're going to talk about conditionals, which are one of the, I think, most difficult grammar points in English to get down. So see you on Thursday. 6:30 is our usual time now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming out. Tell your friends, tell your family, and I'll see you next time. Here we go.